What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. The gameplay is less interesting on stream too, so I usually just 0-2 or 1-2. So up against Murktide again, likely. Did beat Murktide last league. Oh, this is Living End, which is the first time we're playing against this today. This is another one of these matchups where it's a super play draw dependent matchup where we can kill them on turn 3, but turn 3 is just too slow on the draw. Although this is, also one of these like grindier hands. Post board it gets a lot better though when we get access to Soulless Jailer, Carrion Feeder, and I should have attacked first. Mostly going through the motions as they kill me. Don't think I'll play Choke. And the Endurance. Could play Magus. Magus might get them. Probably Magus on the play, not on the draw. My opponent goes Shardless Agent on their turn, and I cast Realmwalker, and then I take a big hit. Not very likely to stabilize from that point, but not 0%. Obviously, they might just not have Living In on turn 3, but they usually do. And the Grief. Tidebinder's better. I didn't know whether they ever thought Shredder was good. I mean, Shredder was good. And the Murktide Discord has turned against Tidebinder. They took Elven Chorus. I mean, I'm going to just pretend like they don't have Violent Outburst. If they did have it, they probably should have drawn stepped it, or though maybe they just like to play with their food. That's an exciting card to see on top. Dude would obviously love to be able to cast it right now. Alright, love how long this took to cast. It's fine, whatever. Jailer, Spellskite, Endurance. The Carrion Feeder finally gets the shine. Yeah, let's bring in this Magus on the play. I'm gonna cut the Shadowsage, and then all the Dwynen's elites, and click submit. So we can turn 2 Magus off Elvish Mystic. I think if we're boarding in Magus and mulliganing this hand, that's what Cavern. If we're boarding in Magus and mulliganing this hand, like it's probably not correct to have it. So let's give it a go. If they have Generous Ent or like Fetch for a Forest turn 1, we could be in trouble. If they have Violent Outburst, we could probably shut them off of Shardless Agent. Yeah, I think we're 5-5 with Elves, which, kind of mid. 4-1 in the practice league last night. Do like the deck. It's a name Wizard. Not that it really matters because it's just a mountain once this is in play. How do we feel? I think I'm going to bottom. They have a Misty in play. I'm not sure I'm like that excited about this Magus. Can get a basic mountain if they want. Let's see if we have any elf wizards. Thought about the 7th. Think you'll come back. Feeling nettled? I wish. Okay, Misty go. Glad we bottomed the Magus since they could just get their forest. Not very happy to have drawn a Heath here. I'm going to play my 2 elves and then lose if they have Living End. If their one is Subtlety, it has to be good, right? It doesn't have to be good because Subtlety could very much be doing exactly this, just buying them 1 turn until they get their basic forest. Like Magus is really nice turn 2 on the play, but it's like just so much significantly worse after turn 2. Just Living In waiting room. Please just cast an opponent. I will concede so fast. Thank you, opponent. Thank you. Thoughts on Grixis control in the meta? I kind of feel like Grixis decks should probably just be black-red decks for the most part. Or sorry, blue-red. Like they basically are blue-red decks splash for Bowmaster, like some black removal spells, and I guess that's fine. But like especially when they're like playing the ring, like I don't really think these decks should be ring decks. And like most of the Grixis decks are, I feel like you just want like Snapcaster, Tidebinder, Flame of Anor as your card advantage, and like kind of curve out at 3. I played Elves back in the day. I did. Elves was my first modern deck ever. I did beat Scam 2 times last night, and I got Grief Scam turn 1. I think 4 of the 6 games of the match. I think it was 2-2 against the Grief Scam starts, and then 2 against the non-ones. And I will say, obviously, this matchup is like a breath of fresh air, just knowing that they don't have is like so relaxing. Do I ever just play Quirion Ranger and then hold up Pendelhaven for both? Just incorrect. It's correct to do this. Bowmaster is a pretty big reason to be on black. Yes, Orcish Bowmaster is a good card, but it is also like, it's only amazing against Murktide. There's really like, I think, very few other decks in the format that it's just like this incredible to. It's like not that good against Yogg. It's not that good against. It's not that good against It's not that good against Tron. It's not that good against Titan. Got 2 cards in their hand. There are reasons to be black for sure. But your mana is a lot better as 2 color, and you get Blood Moon, which helps you against Titan, which is there's like just a lot of pros and cons. I think it's very cool here that my opponent went Grief into Bolt, Ragavan into Fable, and I feel currently that we're ahead. Like the advantage bar in my favor was making me excited. Obviously, we may brick a little bit on our Realmwalker, but we did not bricking on a Realmwalker, at least not completely. Ooh. Okay, we can't cast Killed My Heritage Druid rudely. But it's a nice pickup, and we have pretty reasonable blocks here, too. And it's nice that if they kill my Realmwalker this turn, that we have Ezuri as a good follow-up, and Ezuri can be activated with Quirion Ranger. So they discard a Fable and a Blood Crypt, so they're 2 cards, either of these enough to keep. Sending with everything is, do we feel like this means that they have Orcish Bowmasters and they're trying to get me to block with Realmwalker and ping it? Okay, well now I'm going to go double block with Dwynen's Elite, Elf Warrior, and then activate Pendelhaven. Awesome, Zeke. Yeah, I've been loving Timeless. Gonna play, at least we have a Timeless tournament on Sunday to play. It's very tough to just, I have 1 Timeless deck, I guess, that we can play at some point this week too. Okay. Not that scared of this. I don't get, obviously don't get a card. All my cards are on the top of my library. Flipping Fable can be like a little bit of a concern. They only have 1 card left in their hand. Okay, let's definitely gonna play Elvish Archdruid before Ezuri here. And then, could we attack with anything? Yeah, I feel like I can attack with my Elvish Warmaster, then untap it, and then play Dwynen's Elite. What's a Belcher? Now you play a little. I think it's worse than like the Storm decks. I don't think the Belcher deck's very good. But it is very fun. So obviously if this Archdruid wins, we have like just easy victory. Yeah, Elves and Timeless is actually the prep deck. It's a very different deck, though. I'm playing Chalice in the main deck. I'm playing Allosaurus Shepherd. It's like a natural order Craterhoof deck. I practice it a decent bit off stream. It is, that's something we'll get to at some point. Although I may want to spread the Elves content out a little bit, I think we go Warmaster first. You didn't play Natural and Trax. I just played 2 Craterhoofs. I don't play Trax, so. There haven't really been many moments where I felt like Atraxa would be correct. Jeez, I mean, this is all super overkill, I guess. But shouldn't we overkill here as the elf player? Shouldn't we compensate a little bit? I don't know. Okay, Quirion Ranger, untap the Elvish Archdruid. Yeah, I guess they're just... And again, that was a game where my opponent went Grief into Bolt, Ragavan, into Fable. This is like kind of my exact experience to show off. And I think all I did yesterday was cut the Visionary for a Spellskite. Did I do anything else? Oh, you need the Rex Sages for Curse Totem. I played both of them. And 1 Quirion Ranger, 1 Archdruid. I've tried with Leyland Bowmaster is such a beating. I actually do not. In the Timeless deck, I actually don't think that Bowmaster is like that crazy against this deck. It is a good card against you. Like it is like a card that they'll keep in always, but it's like not as bad as Ren and 6. It's not as bad like as any sweeper. I think it's even not as good as Lightning Bolt or Fatal Push against you. Where it's usually like a 2-mana removal spell that this puts like 2 like pretty unimportant creatures. I haven't seen any Muxus in Timeless. Not a great way to power it out with no. And we've seen like a lot of times today where my opponents they've double Bowmastered an Archdruid or double Bowmastered a Warmaster, and it's like that's not like a bad way to spend your turn, but it's just not like it's not one of these crushing cards against you. It's like, to me, I feel like it's just kind of okay. I think with the second mana elf, I'll just play this here. Oh, although I don't know that I necessarily want to block Ragavan if they give me the option. Here they have the Bowmaster. Like, how do you cast Muxus? Is it just like the one drop that sacks elves or sacks goblins for mana? Yeah, I think I'm just playing both of these and then not blocking. Imagine how good elves would be if you had O2 mana elf for green. It would be a lot better, yeah. Yeah, I guess you can Dark Ritual in the Muxus. Phyrexian Tower, okay. Skirk turn 1, Instigator Wild Goblin turn 2, Muxus. They play lands at 10 for 2 mana. Well, in Timeless, there's no Ancient Tomb or City of Traders. There is Phyrexian Tower, though. I don't really care that much if they grieve. 5 cards in their hand. How often is Muxus like a win? Probably most of the time. Fitcher Muxus turn 3, switch to aggro. I mean, I feel like you're probably like as goblins pretty good against like the Lurrus decks and the Uro decks and that kind of stuff, and you're probably pretty bad against like Storm and the field decks. Field decks for sure. I have a lot of games where that one I get multiple fields out. Yeah, it may be a good win. Yeah, it feels like those games are probably winnable. I agree. Just don't know if I'm blocking or not. I think I'm not. Their Druid's kind of clunky here. I'm gonna hit. Or they want to get like Warmaster, Dwynen's Elite, and also like if they have a removal spell, there's a good chance they want to kill Heritage Druid, and then like keeping these together keeps me with a lot of mana. Yeah, double Kolaghan's Command. Have anything else? Nice to see there. We can cast Spellskite. I think we do this first. Love to see Dwynen's Elite here. Love to see Warmaster. So we go Quirion Ranger, untap here, untap here. Then is it better to I think it's better to cast because then I can Heritage Druid after, but if I Heritage Druid first, won't necessarily be able to cast something else. Oh, nice pickup. Okay, so they're pretty dead. I don't know. It's like, again, this is really like why the title is what it is, and like this was my experience yesterday playing against specifically Rakdos, I guess. Is like my opponents just have very good draws and I'm winning anyways. Like game 1, my opponent went Scam Grief into Bolt into Ragavan into Fable. Here they went Ragavan into Kill Your Thing into Kolaghan's Command into Kolaghan's Command. Fuck. Okay, so I spoke a little too soon, but we're actually still ahead. We're still ahead. Fuck. But you know what I mean? It's like this was what was exciting to me. We get to dig a reasonable amount for our answers to this, and also just like I'm just going to cast another Lord and then trigger Elvish Warmaster again and have Masked Vandal on top. Okay, nice. Can actually attack with everything besides the Spellskite. Maybe not the Archdruid. I feel okay about attacking with the Archdruid. Elves generally does well in the fair matchup, struggles unfair. I kind of disagree. Like you have like plenty of turn 3 kills in this deck. Like any hand that just goes like Elf and Archdruid kills on turn 3 on the play, and like you have like an insane sideboard against like Scales and Titan and like Hammer, those kind of stuff. I don't know. This that was my experience yesterday. This kind of stuff and why I feel like I'm liking Elves at the moment. But it is an unfair deck, I agree. What was the first matchup? I think it was Living End. You do have some bad matchups. Like Yogg is tough, Living End is tough, and like it's not like they're unwinnable. They're very play draw dependent. You can just kill them turn 3 on the play if you're like you have sideboard cards to hopefully chord for. I think Rhinos is a fine matchup. Like they also lost Fury. Like they're a Fire Ice deck, but you can sometimes you can sequence around Fire Ice, sometimes you can't. To where it's like a lot of times you can make Fire Ice a 2 mana, just like one for one. Sometimes you can't, but their deck is also like just kind of slow. I even found like the 4-drop, the 2/5, just like that card can stabilize really hard against Rhinos in a kind of surprising way. Okay, up against Yogg again, but this time we're on the play with a very nice start. Having tons of, we get to go Chorus into like just a ton of mana next turn, right? Like at least 3 extra mana. Wait, where did you see my? I don't think I posted my timeless list. Did I send it to you? Did I post it? I didn't build a sideboard. But yeah, I this very close to what I was playing. Did you not play it at one point? I don't think I did. I don't think I played it on stream. But like I maybe put it in the Mox field. You showed a version of spinning for the tournament. I see. Yeah, I don't think you want to play Atraxa, and I also don't know that you want the Elven Chorus because you have a lot more non-creatures. You only like this deck has 35 creatures. This deck has 26. So Elven Chorus seems a lot worse. Here you could still play it. I was liking Freylease a lot. I was on 2 Craterhoof, 1 Atraxa, which I think I like more than the split. But I think against the ring specifically, you like Atraxa. I'm not sure. I was loving the Chalices. I thought this was like a great Chalice deck because of Allosaurus Shepherd and Cavern, and I did like 0 work on the sideboard, so not sure exactly like how I'd build it, but I'm glad that you got to start here. Oh, so I need to be tapping this for mana here. Okay, just gonna shuffle. We can maybe activate. We can't activate the Warmaster, but will that be enough is kind of TBD. Quirion Ranger helps a lot. Just, you know, it gives me at least like 2 extra mana because. And then Leafcrown Visionary is actually very good to just being a lord, and also, I mean, it's just gonna die to Yogg probably, but it's at least free to cast, and then could maybe if there's an elf underneath, I can like draw and trigger. Went up to 18-2, 16 was criminal. I was feeling really good about 16 with Once Upon a Time. I don't know. I kind of play 16 in this deck. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw here. Okay, what is this targeting? This is targeting my Leafcrown Visionary, which I cannot save. Oh, I can't actually activate Elvish Warmaster. let's not. I think be playing standard RCQs. I mean, I didn't play a single modern RCQ, so I'm like a lot less likely to play any standard ones. I will be playing the standard like GP in Chicago. Wait, did I not draw? I meant to draw. I feel like I did, and I also feel like I didn't. I'm confused. I also have I played my land. I guess we could just find out real quick. Let me do this anyways. Oh, there were 2 elites on top. I see. Okay, so we do this. Activate Warmaster. Yeah, I was confused because I forgot I drew the second elite. Okay, I don't think this is lethal, but I do think it's going to put my opponent down with. They do get to kill some of my 1 toughness guys here. They did not want to kill another one? That's probably a mistake. Maybe not. They also get Death Touch, which is kind of nice that they can't just eat a 3/3 here. They do not get Trample. Yeah, they fucked up. I think they should have definitely Young Wolf killed something else. This could be a 2 here. And this has like just been like this is our 4th time playing against Yogg today. I feel like we've won when we've been on the play and lost when we. Yeah, I'm not really sure why we're still here. Can you activate Elvish Choice? You can if you have enough mana. Rip, I actually win here if Peatland didn't hurt me. With Wolf Ballista or what? Okay, up a game against Yogg. I'm going to use the restroom. BRB. What's up? Okay, ordinarily I would standing desk here, but Athena is already too scared because of the rain. Said no, I had Bow under Yogg, under Cauldron, have Pasture plus card for orders. This hand is too high upside to mulligan. So now we drew a land. We get to play around Bowmaster a little by playing Nettle Sentinel. This hand is Very likely a turn 3 kill, but if they can turn 3 Yogg. So we just go. Maybe we can also Elven Chorus this turn, actually. Don't think we can, right? Because we tap 1, 2, 3. I can untap something with my Quirion Ranger, but I don't see how that's relevant, right? Because I go cast Archdruid, and then that would let me Heritage Druid again. But it's only 3 mana. Isn't Llanowar better than the Nettle Sentinel? Yeah, I don't think there's any way for me to play the Elven Chorus. Yeah, I don't think there was a route. Not a bad turn 2. I guess probably they have Chord instead of Yogg. Archer is probably better than Chorus. I mean, we definitely play Archer over Chorus, yeah. If we played Llanowar Elf turn 1, we could have. Oh, because you could have untapped it with the Quirion Ranger. Yeah, but we wanted to play Nettle Sentinel turn 1 in case my opponent had Bowmaster. You know what I mean? Like, that to me, that felt like... Now they court for a Patra, and then we go to the next game. So again, just this matchup is just so play-draw dependent. Is Yogg busted? Deck seems so resistant. Yeah, Yogg is really good. Yeah, I see. I didn't realize that we could have if we played turn 1, but yeah. I think that doesn't mean... not that I'm saying that's what you... It's very good if we draw land, draw Quirion... We could draw Quirion Ranger and... Yeah, we can draw Quirion Ranger and Archdruid on turn 2, Quirion Ranger or land. And then if we don't... I think I'm probably Heritage Druiding Needle. I should have attacked first. No, I think we will not attack. And so now we kind of need to either dodge Bowmaster or draw a land or a Quirion Ranger. Step 1, dodge Bowmaster. Successful? Question mark? Successful. We drew a land, so now we go Elf. Go Warmaster into Dwynen's Elite. Because I feel like I can cast my whole hand. So I was just... At that point, I was speaking away from the mic. I mean, I can turn on up the audio a little bit. It's also just kind of mumbling, I feel. So 1, 2, 3. Cast this, then we'll have 4 elves. Go 1, 2, 3. Then we can Heritage Druid after. I think we can cast everything like this. I love Elvish Warmaster so much. Also, the card is just like so sick. I love that it makes elves and is a mana sink payoff. Just such a nice card. Alright, so now we go up to 6 mana into Archdruid Needle Yogg. Then they are pretty toasted against Archdruid Activate Warmaster. Yeah, pretty turn. Does Cauldron Yogg get around Needle? It does, yeah, but you have to get the Yogg in the yard, which is not super easy to do. And still be alive. Get double Bowmaster. Bowmaster target me past the turn. Deal, dude. We drew Revoker. How much mana do we have? We have... Yeah, I guess I'm just going to activate, attack with everything, and then play Revoker post-combat. Wish my opponent luck. the amount of natural needer and Revoker draws the matchup's been. I mean, I have three of them, you know. So my opponent is courting for 3. For Grist, maybe? For Necroplasm? For Reclamation Sage. Right. So, this is going to be a funny thing to do here. Just thought they would bring in. I thought they would have Haywire Might instead of Rex Sage against me. Although if they have Bowmaster plus Chord, that would get me. Updated Revisited Mono Blue Jeweltron. No, I went back to it and I was trying to figure out what updates I might like to make, but I ended up being like really happy with like the 75 I had. I didn't think like the deck was like incredible, but I thought it was pretty good, and I thought it was like I didn't really feel like there was I guess it goes 2 of my Elf Warriors, and then this doesn't untap. They're not just dead. I guess they're not just dead. Should I attack with Revoker? So they're going to go block, block. Then they have to block one more thing. So block here. And then if I attack... Yeah, I guess I can. The Revoker attack is free because they have to block 3 of my elves. And if they trade Necroplasm for Revoker and they have no board, that would be fine. So they can either go to 4 and have no board, or they can have the Necroplasm and go to 1. So on my instep, I'm losing 4 creatures. I'll take 2 and 2 against Yogg on the day. People have been cutting might since they're getting totem out every game. I mean, having no might. GG's will. I think we get Overgrown Tomb turn 1. Misty Go can be like 5 different decks. Can opponent block Revoker and Pendelhaven? Block the Revoker with Necrotic Ooze, Pendelhaven. They have the Pendelhaven up? If so, then yes. Alright. So, first Rhino's opponent of the day. Again, them not having Fury also in their 75 is such a big game changer in this matchup. Although this is likely dead. I'm pretty happy to draw Heritage Druid is the best draw by a lot. Any 1-mana elf is good. Any land is fine because I have Elven Chorus, I think. Quirion Ranger definitely one of the better pickups here, since this lets me get 2 tokens off my Dwynen's Elite and then lets me have enough mana to slam Elven Chorus next turn. My opponent has fire into Rhinos plus Force of Negation. It's not super ideal. It does kind of seem like they have a subtlety here, doesn't it? Okay, which I will go ahead and just bottom. They pitched a Force of Negation, which I'm going to go ahead and count that as a W. Okay. Any resolvers in the chat? Force, pitch Force. They had 3. Okay, I'm glad we did the backup Elven Chorus. Do you have Fire, Ice, Subtlety, Force? Okay, just do 1 Force. And then Violent Outburst. Flame of Winter. I'll let you have a Divination. 4 cards in their hand. One of them is Breeding Pool, which enters untapped here. A little scary. Tapping for a red mana. Dead my Quirion Ranger. 2 cards in hand. Shredless Agent. Pretty good. Pretty good turn. Can get out of this, but behind at this point for sure. With a pretty awful draw. I'm going to play Ezuri though, and then I think I guess even Heritage Druid won't let me like Ezuri on defense. Nykthos is not good in the deck, I think. Very Winmore. Awful to draw a lot of the times. Okay, no cards left in their hand. go game 2. I'm going to be bringing in Spellskite, the Soulless Jailer. And then, don't know if I'm going to do much else. Don't need, I mean, they could have Damping Matrix. I think I'm probably not going to play around Damping Matrix. Probably still a little too obscure. I think Choke is probably good enough to bring in. And then I think I'm going to go down 1 Ranger, 2 Archdruids. Okay, on the play for game 2. What do I think of Mulligan? Both Ezuri's and the opening hand is usually pretty. It's going to be a lot better if this was a forest. It'd be so much better. But I think on 6 cards, I'm going to keep. And then Leafcrown Visionary is kind of a combo with Elven Chorus. I think I'm going to put back the Archdruid, but I can see that not being right. Opponent's also on the mold to 6. Another pretty bad thing about this hand is like it just can't really beat a Fire Ice very well. So, you know, like the last game, like Fire Ice wasn't as backbreaking. This game, it's going to be GG. Oh, I guess keeping Archdruid over Visionary is like a better way to play around that, actually. Yeah, maybe we should have done that. Just dodge it too. Okay, interesting. This plays around Fire Ice a bit better. I'm just gonna cast it. Funny draw for sure. They get their Katria Triome. Mutavault. Okay, all things considered, fire not that scary. Although they could have dealt me 1, they just decided that they didn't care. So do I Visionary or do I double 1 drop? It's kind of awkward, right? Actual green mana right now. So if I go if I go double 1 drop and I draw a 1 mana elf, which there sure is a lot of those in the deck, then I can cast Elven Chorus. And if they have 2 Fire Ices on their mold to 6, you know, we'll cry. Everything is all Violent Outburst and Shardless Agents. So I drew Forest, which also lets me Elven Chorus this turn. As assuming that they don't kill something in response, I guess. I have played my land. I could cast any 2 because I could untap something here, but I can't cast Ezuri. So we will pass. I wonder if they have Flame of Anor. I'm like really happy if they just go Flame of Anor into Shardless Agent. If my opponent Besages, I think I'd probably decline the search. Okay, they Flame of Anor kill Soulless Jailer. I'm like pretty happy with this. I just like don't care very much about like Violent Outburst or Crashing Footfall or Shardless Agent this turn. Another fire. I do care about another fire. Yeah, but I mean, as long as I keep my Elven Chorus, I'm happy. I think Soulless Jailer is a good in non-Chord creature decks over Chalice Cage. Like, what deck? What deck are you talking about? Modern is just so weird, and there's so many decks in the format. You can't be like, just say non-Chord creature decks and expect me to like have a clear answer. I need to know what deck you want to think about it in. Every deck is its own thing. Probably care a little bit more about being able to double regen than hitting for 1 damage. Goblin specifically. I would probably play Chalice / Cage instead, since they're cheaper. You can vial in Soulless Jailer, but you have like almost no other synergy with it. Okay, this is fine. So what's the play? Chord for Archdruid. I think I would kind of a chord for Heritage Druid main phase, actually. This way I can like cast stuff from the top still. Never mind. We also get to hold up a block plus Ezuri activation if we want. Yeah, I forgot to shuffle. So am I gonna block Ezuri activate? That's kind of the big question. I'll block. I think I'll block Agent with the Ezuri. Is it, you know, I have another Ezuri in my hand, so if they like spend their turn tide binding, we still get to kill the Agent, and then I just happy enough with this, I guess. Nettle Sentinel is like the best draw. The best card to see on top. Oh, baby. We're going off. So if I cast this, I can't block and activate Ezuri, right? I think I cast it still. Obviously, I have some outs to do so, like this. Can still activate the Quirion Ranger, of course. Activate Ezuri, untap. Oh, I guess I should have used Force. I guess it doesn't really matter. I have multiple 3. Yeah, I have the Ezuri activation up. Oh no! Sorry. I do still actually, because I can activate again on their turn. Okay, I still do, but I thought I could play my land. I forgot I'd already played it. But I can untap the Elvish Mystic and then Heritage Druid plus Mystic plus Forest for 5. Although, oh fuck, I can't. I have to do it after blocks, so I can't block with the Elvish Mystic. So let's block Spellskite on Tidebinder, Nettle Sentinel on Rhino, and then not with Elvish Mystic, probably, because I'm worried about another Tidebinder here. I guess we'll block with Ezuri, because if they have another Tidebinder, I just, like, this Ezuri just doesn't do anything. I think that makes sense. You can block at regen. I mean, I'd rather just pump and kill the rhinos, but maybe there's some upside to doing that instead. Spellskite stops the Tidebinder. Huh. I guess it would. It's weird. Double block and double regen. Well, you can't regen Ezuri. I feel like this is the block. It's like pumping for 3 is kind of like regening. It doesn't? Well, I feel like it does, right? Because the Spellskite ability goes on the stack. Let's try it. I'm gonna pay 2 life. Cannot. Oh, right, because it doesn't target the Spellskite. Okay, never mind. It does not work. Okay, so we take 2 down to 7. Still in okay shape. Sad we can't get that Chord, although we are out of Ezuri's. We still have Warmaster in the decks, I guess. Doing the most, but not sure how well we're surviving this turn, but yeah, Tidebinder targets triggers, not creatures. So yeah, it was never. Okay, so we're going to put a Spellskite here. I think we're going to put the Realmwalker here. And then I think, I mean, I really just need, I mean, I'm probably losing too many elves if I block with everything. If I block like this, I'm dead to 1 removal spell. Oh, I'm not, because I have Spellskite. But I don't really see much reason to not just put all of these here. So I beat Fire Ice because I have Spellskite. I could pay blue. What do I lose to? Moderately Anonymous, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Kind of why I hate blocking with Ezuri. Well, I like blocking with Ezuri because it loses all abilities if they have Tidebinder. So we don't care about the Ezuri if they have Tidebinders. We get to soak up some damage. Dead to Outburst. I go to 1 against Outburst here. Okay, so I'm down to 2. They maybe don't realize I can spend blue mana on Spellskite. Or maybe they have like Fire plus Tidebinder and I'd be so upset. Yeah, or 2 fires. I mean they only have 2 fires left in the deck, so like them even having 1 is like kind of unlucky by itself. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Oh, okay, it kind of feels like they have Fire Ice and they realize they have blue mana. Okay, we get a shuffle. I think I go Forest. Chord for Warmaster like this. Oh, or should I chord for Leaf Crown Visionary? Leaf Crown Visionary lets me like combo off a bit easier. Warmaster gives me a way to pump. I think I should get the Warmaster. It's kind of close, but Visionary has its upsides there. And then how much is this? So this is 7, and then I get to go up to 9, and I can double activate after I Quirion Ranger, so I feel like this is fine to cast now instead of tapping any other elves. Oh, actually get more because of the Warmaster trigger, right? Okay, so if I go Quirion Ranger, untap Elvish Archdruid, which I'll do at some point. Let's just go ahead and do that now. I get to tap this for... I can undo this if I need to. I have 15. Double activate. So they can block 3 things, and then I have 3 untapped blockers, all base 2 power, plus 4. So that's 18 damage exactly by my calculations, right? Because they block this. They take this. I can also untap. Oh, sorry, I've already untapped. The problem is I kind of feel like they do have that fire. The way they paused, and this puts me dead to fire. So should I either put myself dead to like... Should I wait a turn or should I not wait a turn? Because they tapped red mana and then they paused and they untapped. You only have 5 attackers. Sorry. This is like shining like it's not summoning sick right now. Do you see this? Like this is like not. It's like outlined. I think it's because I can use it. Okay, then I am. It's not. It's just death touch. There's no trample. Then I am passing with the ability to Warmaster on defense. Can Warmaster on twice defense. What kills you if you triple activate block? I can only double activate. Oh, if it block. I mean, yeah, I could double act, or yeah, I could triple activate block. What kills me is Fire Ice plus Tidebinder, double Fire Ice, Otawara Land Fire Ice, Flame of Anor Fire Ice, but mostly involving Fire Ice. I believe that this can redirect the 5 damage ability. Don't ask me why it can, because it is a little confusing. Do you want to change the the target? Other one target spell. So no, yes. Don't ask me why that works. Everyone's brain's broken because of Electrolyze. Aren't you too? I have Spellskite, so I was not dead to just fire. It's already targeted. Look, it worked. I can't explain why it works. It does work. It did work. I promise it's supposed to work this way. We've been over it many times. I know that no one who's ever played with Electrolyze thinks it's supposed to work that way. But it does work this way on. So like Electrolyze, it's only one mode of Electrolyze. It's the same thing targeting. So it doesn't work on Fire Ice because it's the same ability, but this is, multiple abilities. Yeah, like the same thing is true of Kolaghan's command too. If it's like separate line of text, you can do it. I know that that's how it works. I don't know exactly exactly how to explain it in the rules, but I know that it's. Yeah, if it's different modes, you can. If it's all the same line of text, like Electrolyzer Fire, you can't. But it is funny, like 10 years after, not 10, but like 8 years after anybody's been playing Electrolyze in Modern, people still think that that's how it works. So I'm going to double activate Elvish Warmaster. Or can I triple activate? I only have 10 elves, so I get 20 mana. So it looks like I can triple activate because these tap for mana too. What cards use the bar? You can type exclamation point deck Christian and then see all of the cards in the list in the main board and the side. Where's my Warmaster? Here it is, hiding. All right. Easy game on the mulligan. It was a very easy game to win. Okay, game 3 on the draw. I want an extra Quirion Ranger on the draw. Yeah, anyone remember Is It Staticaster? Oh, what a card. I lost my Dwynen to top 8 at the first GP I ever played as Grixis Delver against Elves in a game where I drew Is It Staticaster. They went Cavern of Souls into Sylvan Messenger, which I couldn't counter with my Mana Leak, and then they revealed Chameleon Colossus. I'm like, I read that card for the first time ever, and I was like, holy shit, I can never, ever, ever beat this card. But thankfully, it doesn't go into the hand, and they're like, Changelings are elves in all zones. And I'm like, you're kidding, dude. You're kidding. And they were not kidding. So I really like that Warmaster draw. If this Warmaster lives, our Chord of Callings are going to go kind of crazy. Oh, what's funny too. So I lost the player I lost to was Andrew Solano, who was not someone I knew at the time, but eventually we get to know kind of well, and I actually sat next to him on the plane back from Atlanta last month. It's very funny, very very cool to just randomly sit next to him on the plane. So I'm probably gonna chord for Heritage Druid here into turn. And then get 2 more tokens, hopefully. Wish that was a good time. I have a list that I think is pretty good. We'll play it sometime this week. I think the secret is weirdly the main deck Chalice of the Void. Because that card is unbeatable for so many decks. And it's really good in Elves because you have Allosaur, Shepherd, and Cavern. And once of those cards. And Chalice not only just beats every deck by itself. It also just protects all your Elves. It's just so weirdly good. Okay. Chord for 1. They got 3 cards in their hand over there. I'm going to get this Heritage Druid, trigger Warmaster twice. I always loved this sequence of Warmaster into Chord on their turn, trigger the Warmasters. Second removal spell, obviously less than ideal, but my board is at least getting bigger and bigger. And then we have a pretty big draw step this turn. Cast the Lord. I was just sitting with the team here. This is 8 plus 6, 14. They can't cast a Violent Outburst, so I'm going to send. You need to switch between Grixis? Dingo's Grixis list is fine. I feel like you should just be straight blue-red. I like the blue-red Tidebinder, Flame of Venor decks more than the ones that splash black. Well, at least they can't cast Fury. So I'm not dead to Violent Outburst. I'm dead to 2 Fire Ice or Become Immense. Can't beat Become Immense, I guess. What does this attack mean? I feel like there's maybe not 0% of double Fire Ice. So if I go block here, they kill the Leaf Crown Visionary, block. Let's say they have double Fire Ice anyways. I go untap, they go fire here and a token, and they fire token, and then they block Warmaster, and then they go to 1, untap, and kill me. Yeah, I'm kind of dead if they have double fire ice anyways. Seems like a free double block. Yeah. Well, if I double block, so double block dead into fire, 1, 2, into block here. Yeah, well, I guess they're still dead, right? Double block, dead this, fire token, block, the other's still dead. Okay, I'll double block. And then this puts me not dead to become immense. Just walk with 1 token. I just can't figure out a situation. Like, this just puts me not dead to become immense. Like, every other situation is like, if they have double fire, I'm probably going to lose. And if they have dead fire, I still win, so. Okay, shout out to all the doubters. We're playing for a 4-1 again. I know we're also, like, it's weird. Like, this is actually now, we have a sandwich of 4-1 off stream, 0-2 drop, 4-1, 1-2 drop, into now playing for 4-1. I mean, I guess we haven't got the 4-1 yet, but waffling back and forth. You beat Rakdos and beat Rhinos and beat Yogg this league. I'm to 6 and they let me go to 5. They don't make me keep this hand. Do I ever go to 4? I guess this hand is like fine if we draw a Forest or a Heritage Druid. We can maybe Chord for Heritage Druid. Stomping Ground. Search for Tomorrow. Interesting. Okay, that helps. Does this let me Chord for Heritage Druid next turn? I can go Quirion Ranger, Cavern of Souls, because it doesn't really. Do I ever Quirion Ranger? Yeah, if I draw a brick, I kind of prefer for them to like ping the Ranger, let me kill their Ren. If I draw like, I kind of draw land to Archdruid. Unless they don't kill the Quirion Ranger for some reason, then I can bounce the Forest and replay Archdruid, in which case I'm happy I played this anyways. So we do have a Magus to bring in, which is weird because they're a Bolt deck, but it does. This is a matchup I will bring in the Magus for. We'll bring in Magus and Spellskite and 1 Rec Sage, 2 Rec Sage, or Rec Sage plus Vandal. That's kind of awkward. If we draw a land, okay, we did draw the land here. This is a very important draw, I feel. Now kind of regretting having cast this. I think it was okay not knowing we're drawing the land. Magus will probably just walk into their Fire Spell Anger. Well, the good news is we can't like really fucking beat those cards anyways. Although those cards are pretty uncommon also. Not very popular. Yeah, I don't think this is a good matchup though. I agree. Feeders for Living End. Having a good 1-drop to Chord 4 is really important. Let's go 2 cards here. Presidency's played though, doesn't it? Yeah, that card is very good against us. It's not very popular though. We're 2-0 against Murktide today. Double Rin in 6, huh? Okay, not feeling great. 3 cards in their hand. Plus draws like another Archdruid or like Warmaster. Kind of weird that they're playing Fable in their deck. Tough mull to 5. Some Beltran Timeless. I ended up not thinking the deck's very good. Wouldn't Seer be a better one? We've debated Seer versus Carrion Feeder a bunch. The thing is, Carrion Feeder, like, after Living In, a lot of times is like, oh, if my opponent doesn't block, that's 7 damage, which can be really relevant. And I think it's a little bit more relevant than the scry, but the scrying is also pretty relevant. And if you feel like you'd rather have a scry, you can play that instead. This is the one I've chosen to play. I'm probably gonna concede. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, Titan Shift can... Okay, now that they have Valakut, I feel super comfy conceding. They could just flood a lot. Down a game on our Moldify. I'm going to bring in the Magus like we planned. Spellskite. Maybe 2 Rex Sage. This is for... I mean, not to the Mask Vandal Rex Sage. This is for... Curse Totem mostly, but also hits Dryad and Fable and the One Ring. Although this doesn't hit the ring, but Mask Vandal hits the ring. Got there, I guess. Okay, so let's try this. -2 Archdruid, 1 Ranger, 1 Elites. It's not possible to watch early streams if you use this with intention. Yeah, maybe my account got banned. I don't think that. I think you're probably wrong. Here are all my VODs. I don't know what's going on, but I can see them at least. There's also the YouTube channel. Another no-lander. Deck is out to get us. Okay, keep put back Wooded Foothills, I think. Can Cavern on Human again. Yeah, this lets me chord for... Oh, I have to Cavern on... I have to Cavern on Elf, though. Or Human. Put back Foothills over Cavern is odd. This is how I cast the Magus. I don't have a stomping ground in the deck. Should have played Ranger, Bound Sentinel, but then I would have only 1 land in play instead of 2, which makes it like much harder to cast Magus. Not the case. Yeah, dodge the Wren. I wonder if we were ever supposed to chord for Spellskite first. I can see them as well. They don't work. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. Hopefully we figure it out. Okay, I blame chat for summoning this fire spout Brotherhood End. Okay, I yield. I mean, if you do that league, I don't know. I like elves. Very up and down. It's always the experience. It's like the losses feel so bad, and the wins like, we win. You know, I don't know. It's like it really does feel like the losses count for double and the wins count for half. But I'm gonna cut the 4-1 off stream. 4-1, 0-2, 4-1, 1-2, 3-2. Not an amazing record. I like the build. I think I like the deck. Would I choose it in a tournament right now? Probably not. But I don't think I'm that far off. And I don't feel like Elves deserves all this shit talk. One more deck. I don't know. I have to go to Home Depot today, and I have dinner plans. So I'm debating if I have time for the backup deck.
It's